You beautiful, awesome people, and welcome to a special first impression on TemTem. So, this is kind of interesting because I had a lot of people asking if I was going to cover TemTem, and I did a poll on Twitter say, should I cover TemTem? And people were like, yeah, cover TemTem. And then, only a couple of days ago, I had a lovely bloke from Humble Bundle send me a Steam code to have the early access to the TemTem Alpha build of the game and said, hey, I've sent you this code, you can play it, you can do reviews on it, and you can do whatever. No embargoes whatsoever. So that's exactly what I'm doing. The only downside to this, though, is I only got access to 72 hours of the servers, and that's it. And then once that 72 hours is done, all my progress gets wiped. So, I'm kind of fine with that. So, yeah, because people wanted me to cover TemTem, and because I was lucky enough to get a code to the alpha version of TemTem, I thought, hey, let's do this. Let's do an alpha first impressions of TemTem, because I have absolutely no idea what this game is even about. All I know is that this was a Kickstarter game that was successful, and it is a Pokemon-like MMO, which is something that the community has been kind of wanting for years for Pokemon. I mean, yeah, it's kind of cool sounding to have like a World of Warcraft meets Pokemon, where you can go in kind of like the wild areas in Sword and Shield, but in a more expansive and more dedicated server that can handle so many players, like millions of players being online and then doing real life actions. You know, it sounds amazing, and it would be amazing. I can't deny that. But it's just something that's not going to happen. So hopefully, TemTem is going to be the closest we get to that. So, yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to this because it could be another creature-like capture game that I could enjoy. It's the reason why I like Digimon so much, because it's kind of like Pokemon, but it's not Pokemon at the same time. It's got its own little twist on things. And because this is an MMO, this could be quite fun. But because it's an MMO, there is a couple of things I'm looking for. Obviously being an alpha version as well, it's not going to be fully on there, but when it does come full release, I'm going to be looking for things like lore, character development, world building, all the fun stuff that you would expect a MMO to be like specializing in. I mean, heck, even Pokemon has its lore, but they're not that good at keeping up with all their lore stuff, so I'd kind of hope that, yeah, hopefully TemTem picks up on a couple of things that Pokemon can't. So first things first, settings, we got obviously sound stuff, text, that's normal. Okay, at the moment it's only normal. I would imagine that would go to fast in full release. Egg opening animation, backpack folders, quest tracker show or hide, dynamic. Okay, show tutorials. Yep, this is what Pokemon needs. They needed slider or a checkbox for show tutorials. Hallelujah. Alright, well, that's looking good for me. Controls, you can go through and reconfigure. I'm using a control for this, like an Xbox 360 controller. You can use keyboard and mouse, or whatever preferred controller you want, which is kind of cool. I'm going to leave it as it is, because who knows. Frame rate automatic. What have we got? 30, 60. That could have screwed with the video. I'm so sorry if it did. I'm, for now, going to go automatic, because I'm not sure what my PC wants to do. Full screen resolution, I really don't want to fiddle with that. Plus, I know my screen's only 1920 by 1080, but if you've got a better or like bigger screens, you can obviously change that. Ultra, which is what I'm going to be remaining on. Texture quality, ultra, performance stats. You know what? I might throw on, that's a bit too complicated, I'll throw on FPS, just so I can see if there's any frame drops going. I mean, as I said, because it's alpha, that may be the case, but it's just interesting to throw it on anyways. I don't normally throw it on, but for a view case, I might throw it on. Do you want to save them? Yes. Alright, I think that's all I've got to really look at. They've got a Discord, they've got a Reddit, and, oh, okay, I got thrown straight into a character customization. So, I'm a dude! Is there one for gender, or is it just dude? I can rotate. My bag's wobbly! It's got that cartoony, comic-y style to it. Okay, that's kind of cool. Model doesn't look too bad, actually. Alright, I'll go with that. Skin color will tan him up a little bit. He's flamboyant! You kind of got a neutral guy and then a flamboyant guy, and you got the I'm ready to attack. And no, that's I'm ready to attack. I'm ready to mess you up. That's more of a neutral one too, I think. He's just like, yeah. But this one's just like, I don't know, it's more feminine neutral, isn't it? So I don't know if we're stuck with a dude or if it's just neutral body and then you can just change things. Alright, this is adjusting the head. So we've got a bit of a blocky head there. That looks alright. I might do that one. And obviously there's more faces to come because it's all blanks there. Eyebrows by the looks of it. And eyes. Oh yeah. I mean, heck, that was alright. An eyebrow face? Is that... Oh, there's a lot of options for face. That's cool. Eyebrow colour. Okay, no, this is eye colour. I'm more of a... that colour. Or more... Yeah, more... My eye colour's never there, because I'm like a mix between blue and green. It's really hard, because every time they ask, what's your eye colour? They look and they go, is it green or is it blue? We can't make up our minds. Oh yeah, so the face is more of a neutral face, so it could be guy or girl. That's kind of cool. Dude, I like that hairstyle. That looks kind of cool too. I actually really like this one. It just so reminds me of something that you'd see out of Yu-Gi-Oh! But mixed in with Pokemon. That's kind of cool. And you can also change the colour of the flower. You know what? I'm going to go with that. There's a few others you can go with. You can be bold, you can be, you know... it's not a mullet, is it? It's just hair going up. Afro, is it? No, that doesn't sound right. That's an afro. This one. That's an afro. Alright, yeah, you can kind of tell I'm not one for knowing hairstyles, but there is a bit of customization at the moment. Wait, I don't want that. Let's go back to what I want. Alright, there we go. And then I'm actually more down here. Bit more that colour. And then we'll change the flower to a red, because I love red roses. Top. Alright, now we're getting into... Actually, Jenny, what? For an alpha, this generally has a lot of neat customization. I really don't like the colour scheme. That's definitely getting changed. Might go jacket. And the jacket has to be... We'll go red as the base. And then go a darker colour there for all the other details. And then for bottoms... Now we're looking like a trainer. Yeah, that looks about right. And then... Oh, what's that? That looks cool. Hells to the yeah! We're doing that. Nah, that's a bit too much. Let's go back down here. And then... Now we're talking. We'll make that a little bit darker. So it's like bright on the top and then it contrasts down to being darker. That's what I'm talking about. Now let's change. So there's, at the moment, 2 backpacks. They're actually both kind of suiting. I like this because it's more adventurer friendly. Like you can carry a map and all that, water bottle. It seems like more something like you'd expect to take on an adventure. Make that black or dark. It's not like black, it's more like just a little bit like a darker grey. And then we'll make that more of a darker red, like I think it's maroon. Anyways, that's my character. And then the name for my character is of course KrimZen. Can I go uppercase? Oh. Boom. Did it work? Uppercase character. Oh, what? No. I can only use uppercase as the... Oh, come on. Oh, this is cool. So you can go as she, her, he, him, or they, them. Pronouns. Okay. Cool. Voice. I like that one. And there's like randomizations and everything too. Okay, there's actually quite a lot of customization there. And as I said, I'm genuinely surprised. I wasn't expecting as much customization for an alpha version, but I'm looking forward to see what we get for like the final version. And KrimZen, still sleeping. Come on, wakey, wakey. Oh, come on. Gotta always open up with the sleepy head, don't we? Good morning, KrimZen. We can play with morning or I had this dream. Well, you better wake up fast. They're all waiting for you. Who? Haha, you sleepyhead. You really don't remember what day it is? Today is my apprentice's eve. Haha, exactly, my dear. Congratulations. You got one Tempedia. Pokédex? This quintessential device every tamer should have. The Tempedia records crucial info on every TemTem scene and caught. Yeah, yours is a present from Ian. I can't read. And here is apprentice. You're an apprentice now. Soon you'll be heading to Academia, so I'll figure you'll need a good Tempedia. I love you too. So do you know how it works? Yes, the Tempedia lists all the TemTem I capture and stores info about the professor. That's a big word. Konstantinos. Okay, that's an interesting name. Shows us how to use this. So now you have your own... Well, hurry up. They're all waiting for you. Well, they kept it brief and short to the point, which is what I do like. So first steps. The day has come. Start your journey. And you can see there's my user info down there. There's even like a chat box. And because of the time I'm recording, which is like time nobody else would be on, I would say we wouldn't see anybody else in the world. Which is kind of a shame, because it would have been nice to like test performance for alpha to see how many people are actually playing and if it would cause any lag. At the moment, we're standing at a pretty steady 60 frames per second, so that's nice. Alright, there's some of the TemTems. Some of them actually look kind of cool. They actually, honestly, some of them do give me a Digimon vibe, which is really cool. Which I don't mind. Alright, now in the actual overworld. Home Sweet Home, Zeta. Alright, the art style is kind of interesting. It's KrimZen, congratulations. Happy Apprentice Eve, KrimZen. Oh my, all of Zeta is here. This is so giving me, like, Pokemon vibes, it's not funny. Congratulations, KrimZen, we know this is a big day for you, but we're also going to miss you. We got you a little pocket money for the trip to Academia. It's not much, but we'll all chip in. Oh, that's lovely, thank you so much, my dear neighbours, but KrimZen... Where is your friend Max? Oh, I don't get the name The Rival? Maybe that will change later. Someone calling? Oh, hey, KrimZen, did you know it's my Apprentice Eve too? Oh, hello, Max. Were you waiting for Professor Konstantinos? Hey, kids, are you ready? Ah, that's not the right voice, is it? Konstantinos, please take care of KrimZen. Ah, children, they grow so fast, and one day they're gone. Don't worry, my dear Anina. I'll drop KrimZen and Max off to the Academia on my way to the university. Cool! Can we go with you? Ah, you're still a little bit too young to come with me to the university, Max. But who knows, perhaps one day, if you persevere. What about you, KrimZen? Big plans for the future? KrimZen isn't that good at handling TemTem, but that's okay. Don't worry. You bastard. What about you? You're just starting off just like me. But don't worry, KrimZen, you can always stay here and take care of Ina. And Anya? Ina? I'm terrible with names, that's a known fact, but I definitely can't... Someone will tell me how to pronounce that name. Hey! Max, KrimZen, come with me. We'll drop by my lab to grab a couple of things, and then we'll be on our way. Take care, KrimZen. I love you. I know you'll do great. Come on, kids, let's go. I tell you what, our mum's face is a little bit on the interesting side. I mean, look at our face and then compare it to hers. It's kind of a clash of art styles going on there. I'm not sure if because she's squinting, but there's just... I feel there's too much detail going on there compared to, like, the cartoony, comical style of our main character. So that's something I gotta kind of point out for now. But as I said, they'll kind of fix that later down the track too, I guess. They'll just do all the cleanups from the models and everything. Alright, so there's everyone here. All the models do look kind of nice. As I said, a couple of details might be off here and there. Art style kind of reminds me of like... I was going to say Animal Crossing at first, because that's what came to my mind originally. But I'm looking at it more and it's like... I don't know, I kind of feel a little bit of like... maybe a Zelda game, maybe like a little bit of Wind Waker in it. As I quite like the art style of this game. It's very appealing to the eye. It's quite, you know, very neutral colors too. It's not very, it's not extremely vibrant that it burns your eyes. It's still, the palette is quite appealing, that's for sure. So have a quick look, squiz around. Yeah, as I said, a couple of models' eyes or faces just, I don't know, they just don't dig it for me, but maybe that was an option in our character customization that I just didn't see or I just didn't find was, you know, appealing for myself. I don't know. As I said, a lot of this is going off my own personal opinions too, which is kind of like one of the good things about first impressions. I might say something, but then someone in the comment section will be like, oh no, I actually quite like this the look of said models, which is perfectly fine. So this is the grass here, and I'm assuming this NPC will be like, no, you can't go, can't go this way. Hey KrimZen, where are you going? You're not supposed to leave Zeta without any TemTem in your squad, it's dangerous. Whoa, I'm locked. Hold on. Down, there we go. I think I kind of went weird there in controls. I feel that might have been like, picking it up and trying to force me back, and then getting confused in the process too. I gotta find the lab now, I'm assuming. Oh my god, even the houses, like just... Whoa, I couldn't get through the door. Just have that Pokemon aesthetics. It's very... kind of like a... it's a Pokemon clone, but at the moment, I don't know... I don't want to whack it on as a, you know, dedicated Pokemon clone, because you can have something that is, you know, a series-like thing, but still have its own unique flair that gives it some type of unique standalone. Oh, here we go. Hey KrimZen, come here. Very well, kids. As you know, this is your Apprentice Eve, meaning you have already learned all the basic theory about TemTem. Now you're ready to handle your first TemTem. See those glass jars? Each contains a different TemTem from all around the archipelago. Hey Teach, do you have any digital? Digital TemTem a very recent invention, my young friend. They are very seldom found. Ha, I have one. Oh, that's cool. So digital is a type. Where did you get that? It doesn't matter, KrimZen. From the fanciest to the humblest of TemTem, it is the tamer that makes all the difference. And since Max already has a TemTem, let's get you one too. Take your pick. What? Why does KrimZen get to choose and I don't? Quiet, please. Go ahead, KrimZen. See which one you like the best. Take your time. The first TemTem is always an important moment for every tamer. So I wonder if we can get each of these TemTems throughout the playthrough, or if it's going to be like Pokemon. Once you choose your starter, that's it. You'll have to trade from another person to get the other ones. So we have a fire... No, that's not fire. That's fighting, by the looks of it. That's Smazy. It is a melee TemTem. It is strong against Earth and Crystal, but weak against Mental. I want it at a pub crawl. At least I have backstories and where I found them. I actually quite like that. As I said, it's something I do look for as, you know, some type of character development, lore and all that. So already we're building up lore for the starters and where the professor got them from. That I do appreciate. Heady Days. Are you sure you want this TemTem? I want to look at the other ones first. So this is a Crystal TemTem, is Crystal, okay? It is a strong against electric and mental, but weak against fire and earth. I caught this one on the ashen plains of Tukma, near the Amethyst Barrens. Alright, so that was Crystal, the Crystal TemTem. That was... I already forgotten this one. It was the Fighting TemTem. And this one's a Mental TemTem by the looks of it. This is Hoochik, a Mental TemTem. It is strong against neutral and melee, but weak against Crystal. I bought it from my alma mater in Properton College. Well, I think I'm going to go with the fighting one. It does... Actually, it's so hard to tell. I'm tossing up between melee or Crystal. They both look really cool. You know what? I actually might go with Crystal. It's easier for me to remember its name too. So it's strong against electric and mental, but weak to fire and earth. So none of the ones here. I mean, I'd love to go with the mental one just because of the backstory to it. It's just really cool. Excellent choice, KrimZen. You got a new TemTem crystal. Yay! Alright, Senator Squad rename. It's level 5. SVs. Stat values, I'm guessing. HP stamina. Speed, I'm guessing. Attack, defense, special attack. Okay, so we still have Pokemon-esque type of stats. You know, HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense is still there. And speed. But we also have, I'm pretty sure STA is stamina, if I had to take a guess. So trait is amphibian. And rename this to one of my channel members. So we'll... I should have actually... Something doesn't look like... I really should have looked up my... There we go. Alright, so I'm going to rename it to C Styles. Thanks for coming one of the channel members on the very first day I released it, actually. So send a squad. Time to move on, kids. Alright, checking on new TemTem. So use left trigger to open action or the tab. So we have squad. And we can open it up. So my moves are glass blade. Is that PP or is that attack? So 15. Oh, sorry, 5 for glass blade. Mirror shell 15. And nibble 7. And then there's also learned techniques. So I wonder if that's like Digimon, where you can have extra moves and then you just go through and you rotate between your current learned moves and then for the ones that you've already learnt. So active moves and learnt moves, I think that'll be what that is. Anything else? Equipped gear. You don't have any gear in your backpack. So that's... Oh, so like equipment. So things like leftovers or, you know, choice band to raise up a physical attack. Things like that I wonder if we're going to get. So, yeah, as I said, very Pokemon reminiscent. Why? Here we go. So, stamina 7, damage 37. Many TemTem have this habit of gently chewing plants or furniture. This is a little less gentle. Priority of 2. And then this is damage of 0, stamina of 15, priority of 1. Mirror, mirror in my hand, who is the best tamer in the archipelago? No idea, but you get special defense boost. And then... Glass blade, damage of 32, stamina of 5, priority of 2. Like death by 100 cuts, but this is just one of them. Cool. I kind of like all their descriptions too, because it's not just what the attack does. It kind of does, but it also gives a bit more of a extravagant bit of a explanation. It's not just, you know, summons a glass blade to deal damage or something like that. They do have a little bit of personality to them, which, as I said, I do appreciate going the extra mile for the creativity. Alright, so that's all for the TemTem. So now we're going to meet the professor outside. So probably going out and learning how to capture, I guess. KrimZen, the teacher's pet. You think you're better than me, don't you? And now you have your brand new TemTem, huh? Let's see what you can do. Oh, okay. Straight off the bat. Oh, is that a card? It's a little bit like Yu-Gi-Oh! Mixed Pokemon here. Like, you grab a card and you throw it on the field like a Pokeball. Alright, so Ori is his digital TemTem, if I do recall. So I'm going to go grasp a glass blade. That did some good damage. Mechanical heat. Ouch. That looked like a fire. I'm nearly dead already. I'm assuming it might be programmed for me to lose, or did I just get unlucky? Right, we'll do that. Mechanical heat, that'll take me out. Alright, C Styles is knocked out. Ha! Take that, KrimZen, my first victory, hurrah! You went out and caught your own Digimon and Digimon. Because he's got a digital TemTem, I immediately called it a Digimon. Good job, me. You won, Max. That digital TemTem of yours really gave you an edge. It's all about the tame and not the TemTem. Didn't you say that a minute ago, Teach? Congratulations, Max. Don't let that first defeat affect you too much, KrimZen. You never really stood a chance against Max's Ori. Digital TemTem are a rare and powerful intervention. Let me take a look at your C-styles. It could use a couple of bandages and some blam. There, all healed. To level the playing field, I have something for you, KrimZen. What is that? Is that mine? You got a new TemTem, 2A, yay. A wind TemTem called 2A, and it's like a parrot. Trait is Spoil Sport. Is that nature's? Alright, so this one I'm gonna call Germ after my other channel member. So all channel members do get like the perk of having things nicknamed after them too. So if I ever go back to doing Pokemon, that'll obviously be like a channel perk. Digimon also has that perk at the moment too for channel members. And plus it also supports the channel as well. So 2A might not look like much, but it is one of the rarest TemTems I have ever found. Take good care of it, and I have reason to believe that there's more than meets the eye. What? I don't get one of those. You already have your digital TemTem, Max. Still, not fair. My research suggests 2A might react to certain places of power, but I haven't found any on this island. That's why I'm going back to Aubrey to consult with my peers. I have to catch an airship, but I can walk you kids as far as the academia. Bleh! We don't need any babysitter. Fair enough, perhaps you can travel on your own. It'll be a way to prove yourselves. Very well, KrimZen, Max. I'll go ahead and wait for you in the Bristled Mer, sounds French. You two head north and meet me there. Listen up, the path is teeming with TemTem, so have a few Tem card, aka Pokeballs, use them to capture wild TemTem, so Tem cards. You got 8 of them. A card-like device used to capture and transport TemTem. And since they won't go down without a fight, have some blam. Blam! Sounds like, you know, you're saying something gross. Like you eat an apple and it's rotten, you go blam! To heal your TemTem after battle. 8 balm. A balm made using a blend of Desian healing herbs restores 25 HP, so it's a little bit better than a potion. That's it, good luck, and remember, I'll be expecting you in Bristled Mer. Be prudent, kids. Alright, so... here we go. So this kind of minimizes the entire Pokemon menu down to just a simple little menu, which is quite nice. You can use on the fly so easily. In the settings, you can go back to settings, map, notifications. So things like, I'm assuming there'd be like parties and all that. There's map. Actually, let's have a quick squiz at the map. How big is the map? Here we go, zoom. Oh! That's a big map. It's quite big. I mean, for Pokemon games, it's probably around the size of a Pokemon map, but he said he had to, like, travel through islands, so it's not to say there could be, like, other islands, maybe? I mean, it is an MMO, so they can add on more areas easily with an update and all that, so that's something else I'd be expecting. So it's a decent-sized map, too, for an MMO. But as I said, like, to expect more as they do updates, considering this is just alpha. I've got to keep reminding that, it's just alpha, so... I mean, even for alpha, it's still quite impressive. Oh, to use Blam... this is not an easy tour. Oh, okay, so... Pristine Coast, the road... Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna do... Alright, pretty basic transition. Still... What? Double battle? Alright, so our wild battles are double battles. So, Pharaoh is our first TemTem. Select the backpack and use a Tem card to try and capture... does it not want me to attack first? Okay, so our blue bar is not experience, it's actually our stamina bar. So, if we use Nibble, that will use up more stamina. And then Grass Blade. And then Peck and Windblade is, what was it? I've already forgotten the bird's name. Oh, that was cool. Oh, it resisted. Oh, down into the red. Pharaoh used Stare. What's that gonna drop? Defense. Like Leah. Right, that used Steer as well. Did I say steer? Stare. So now if I go, was it left trigger? No, down into my backpack. Tem card. And then choose that. And then go Windblade. Actually, I'm going to go Peck on this one. Oh, that was so cool! I was like, am I actually catching it or is it just circling around? But it almost would remind me of what the digital conversion and Cyber Sleuth kind of looks like. Every time, like, if you were to actually catch them on the field, like, converting them, you'd have some way of, like, sucking all their data up into, you know, whatever device or the capture device you have in Cyber Sleuth. That's what it reminds me of. I'm all out of channel members, so I think we'll just leave it as it is. Trait is Friendship. Stamina 46, and okay, so the green looks like it's got really good stats in stamina and special defense, and then HP's average, and then it looks like, you know, going red usually means below average or something like that. That's kind of how I'm reading it, so it looks like it's got good SVs in stamina and special defense. Put that in the squad. So could we catch both of these instead of, like, you know, in Pokemon, whenever you go into a double battle, you've got to knock out one Pokemon or the remainder Pokemon if it's a herd battle to capture a Pokemon. But it looks like in this, you can capture, you know, if there was more than 2 TemTems, you could potentially capture both of them. That's kind of how I'm interpreting this. Which is actually really cool, and I quite like that accessibility to catch, like, every single TemTem on the field. Which means if there's a variety of TemTem, you don't choose which one you want to capture first and have to re-encounter again. You just capture both of them straight off the bat. Alright, that's cool. Oh wait, is my I just noticed my TemTem's following me. It's alright. I'm a little bit slow. There's just a lot to absorb at the moment, which, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me for a new game. I just got to try and absorb everything. So Untamed Pharaoh has found us. Alright, let's bring our TemTems out. Do a little bit of experience grinding, which is what you would do normally. These are both level 2, so they won't give it an awful lot of experience. Gonna go for Peck. Down there goes the Pharaoh. Going for Stare, which is gonna drop my defense by 1, I'm assuming. 15 experience for knocking that out. And then take out this with Peck and Glass Blade. Goodbye. Alright, neat. Alright, is this a no, it's not a trainer. It's just one of the NPCs that waddle around and tell you what to do. And then we got 1 Pharaoh. Is that? Oh no, we still bring out 2, so it's 2 against 1. So some tanks won't be ready until after a certain number of turns have passed. Not ready, alright. So we can't just use Mirror Shell straight off the bat, so that's interesting. So you've also got to put that into consideration. I'm going to use Nibble. And then go for Windblade. So I wonder if that means too, like the more powerful attacks we can't use straight off the bat. That's gonna make, if there is a competitive aspect with like PvP, that's gonna make that really interesting. And I wonder if stamina recovers over time, or if we have to, or if it recovers like after battle or something like that. It does, alright. I just saw it recover then. I was like, that's interesting. Alright, so up here we go now. So catch with max. Oh. I didn't realize there was a trainer there. Aha! Someone to test my skills against. Oh no, it's Pepe, the best TemTem trainer of Zeta. Well, I was expecting someone from the dojo, but I guess you'll do. You're officially an apprentice now. I like too, like, I hope this is an option for like every person we fight, is a chance to talk with them. It makes it more interactive and more realistic, because it's like, hey you, I'm gonna fight, and go straight into a battle. It's like, woo! Not even like a word is said beforehand. Zounds, is she looking for me? Well, I'll go home as soon as we're done here. So that's cool. It kind of gives like, I don't know, as I said, character developing as well, and just gives a bit more life to like the civilians around us too. Alright, so I got Pig Epic. It looks like a flying pig. So you can't like rotate on the field to kind of like see more of the... Okay, so it's details to show me like my moves. What's this? I wonder what... Okay, so that's switch. I don't know. Oh! Okay, so that timer thing was a skip. So if you want to skip your turn, you just hit that. Oh, that used a lot of stamina. Germ, get some rest, get some rest. Okay, so yeah, it's just a matter of like skipping a turn. That's cool, and I can now use Mirror Shell too. I'm guessing you can use that if you're out of stamina too, so I wonder if that heals up stamina. And then I'll use Peck on the Pharaoh. That does some decent damage. Due to the effects of Bamboozle. Okay, now it's out. Due to, oh wow, so if you use too much stamina, you actually hurt yourself. Alright, my defense dropped there. And you do recover stamina each turn as well. So you gotta think about stamina. That's like an extra quirk to this. Can I use it now? Goodbye. That was resisted too. Right, glass failed to the effects of Bamboozle. Right, 36. And up in the top right corner too, you can see how many TemTem they have left. Alright, we should just gang up on this now and just take it out. Because I think Bamboozle was only one turn. Good night. Right, level 6. Germ just learnt Shrill Voice. Widely used by academia teachers, this neutral technique deafens the whole class team. Priority of 2, stamina 12, damage 42. So we accept that. C-Styles didn't learn anything. TemTem up. You earned 43 of something. Is that our currency? You beat me. Shilla, take me. You're pretty good for a kid, KrimZen. I was going to say, is this a double battle? Hi, young one. Would you care for a little friendly TemTem match? Don't bother the students, Oren. They're probably on their way to academia. You're going to make them late for class. Consider this a practical lesson then. There'll be times where you'll be fighting 2 tamers at the same time. Or fighting alongside a friend, like we always do. Let's say you do, Fido. Alright, so you don't talk to everyone. It looks like certain tamers you'll talk to. Oh, what are these? Tataru. And they're level 4. They look like little hamsters. That's what they remind me of, little hamsters. Alright, let's see if this will work against them. I can't use Shrill Voice just yet, because I don't have enough turns yet. And then we'll use Windblade here. Okay, that was neutral. Okay, both were neutral attacks. Tenderness. That's going to drop something. Drops attack. That's kind of bad. Ooh. Raised and lower stats. Some techniques can raise or lower stats, changing permanently during battle. I don't know what my attacks are, if like they're special or whatnot. I'm assuming this would be like a special move. Germ Spoil Sport. That did something. 103 experience for taking the both of them out. Don't hold back. Come at us. I did, and you lost. Well done. You'll be a great tamer one day. So I don't know if anyone's noticed, but the frame rate has been consistent the entire time, even with like... Oh, I found like the equivalent of a Pokeball, but it's a chest. We found one revive. Miracle Potion, potent enough to bring back a knocked out TemTem, revives with 50% HP and stamina. Alright. Alright, let's continue. Okay, just talk. Whoa, 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 wait, don't attack. I'm not a tamer, I'm just here training. Training what? Free running. It's a great way to get fit and much healthier than all those TemTem battles you're all so fond of. I'd rather make the effort myself instead of making others fight for me. And the Praising Coast is a great training ground. And it is very good for you too. For instance, have you tried jumping over ledges? Like that one right over there. You can jump over it when you approach it from the right side. Of course you can't climb up again. Yeah, okay. So basic running around in Pokemon, I guess, coming into play here. No surprise. So do I need to heal my TemTem? I'm assuming I will. Yeah, I do. They're looking... Jam's fine, but Sea-Styles has seen better days. So if we go to my backpack and go Balm, and then recover HP, that brings... and not only that too, it gave you like a visualization straight off the bat to whether or not if a TemTem could need it or not. So the X means no, I can't use it. Farrah's not getting experience though. I think for now I'll just go with like the two that I'm using. What's in the grass here? Oh! So we got two interesting TemTem here. We have Keiko, or Kako, and Swally. Swally kind of suits it, actually. And it's like a little bug that's wrapped up. It kind of reminds me of Swadloon, or Swaddle a little bit. Alright, so we'll do that, and then go Peck on that. Let's see how this goes. Sky Shield. Raises its defense. Glass Blade. Well, that did a lot of damage. And intending this, that'll drop my attack. I wonder if there is a way of like... Does it actually say... Okay, so that'd be physical. Physical stat. So if I go... that, and then if I go details, physical, special, okay, special, okay, now we're dealing, now we're getting to the meat and potatoes of this. Swelly's knocked out, and Kaku is also knocked out too. Did I just grow a level 7? Alright, there's something else I wanted to have a look at just quickly to see if I can understand more of this better. Details? When attacked with a water technique, gets a boost in special defense. Okay. And then Spoil Sport, damage done with multi-target techniques is increased by 25%. Oh, so trait is ability. Oh, I thought trait was like nature. Alright, now I get it. I'll get it now. So there's also SVs and TVs. So TVs, I would say trading values. Kind of like EVs out of Pokemon. So each time you take out a TemTem, you also get like invisible points that go towards a certain stat to raise up. Meaning every time they level up, they get more stats. Is basically the nutshell of TVs, I would say. And SVs, I would say, would be IVs? Hold on, let's have a look at... Yeah, because there's no TVs on this one. And there's SVs here. So I wonder what the max SVs is, if it is like individual values. If it is like individual values, that's what I'm assuming it is anyways. I'll probably like if this is something that I do end up enjoying, I'll probably end up picking it up and, you know, learning more about each of the individual things and all that. Because as I said, I went into this completely blind, like not even knowing too much about TemTem. I just knew the basics of like it was a Kickstarter and it's Pokemon like MMO. That's it. That's the only details I really knew. I don't know anything about the TemTems themselves or anything. Oh, toxic spores. Is this gonna poison me? It did. I'm poisoned for 3 turns by the looks of it. Oh, neat. So instead of being like a permanent status until you heal it, they've count down. A bit like Digimon, because that has the status there aren't permanent. They remove after a while. All right, Sky Shield to raise up its defense. All right, because of its trait, it did get the boost. So that's merely just its ability kicking in. All right, defense goes up again. Boom. Poison still affects me. I should be catching some of those TemTems, shouldn't I? Oh, am I still poisoned? Oops. Hey. No, I'm not. I thought I got affected by poison, but that could have been my imagination. Alright, so we've got some more Kaku. Alright, same thing again. Go for Peck. That does some decent damage. And that takes the kill. Right, Toxic Spores, that's going to poison my... I can't remember the TemTem's name. Now that I've nicknamed it, I don't... It's like, dude, no way I'm going to remember its original name. Alright, goodbye. Alright, that's another wild battle done. Oh, okay, I was getting affected by poison, so it looks like as long as it was... Also, I just noticed, because my microphone's in the way of it, actually, down in the bottom right corner, you can actually see your party and who's probably fainted and still alive. Alright, we'll use Balm on Germ. And Sea Styles is fine for now. The music kind of gives me a little bit of Pokemon vibes, but it's still unique enough to be like its own kind of soundtrack. I quite like the battle music because it's, you know, a little bit of tension going on. It's, you know, it's the first route. You can still take them on. They're not like a serious threat or anything like that. I know, music's not like my main profession when it comes to critiquing. If I like it, I'll say I like it, and I'll describe how it makes me feel anyways, but that's about it. But I'm sure the music professionals be like, oh, this music, it's got the right atmosphere and all that, because it has, like, certain instruments playing and all the shenazzles like that. Oh, whoops. But no, I quite like the music. It's, you know, it still has the feel of a battle, but it's not over the top, you know, over the top music, because it's, as I said, it's just basic battles up against just normal wild TemTems. Cool. So I wonder if we do up against, like, if there is gym leaders as per se, or some type of villain. I wonder what the music sounds like there, if they actually have included that so far. But what I do like, though, is the fact that the game has remained somewhat stable, too. Oh, wait, is that like a HM thing there? Like, rock climb? So this novice here pesters me to teach him how to climb. We came all out the way here, and now he's left his gear back home. It's ridiculous. I mean, look at this rock face here. I'd climb it in no time if we had the proper gear. This is what I get for giving noobs a chance. Aw, dude, I wish I'd forgot my climbing gear at the hotel. Now we're gonna have to go all the way back to the Ristle. You wouldn't happen to have a climbing gear, would ya? No, sorry. Yeah, I didn't have much hope. Climbing gear. Okay, so with that we can basically do what Rock Climb does in Pokemon, climb up rock surfaces and all that. An apple a day keeps the TemTem vet away, restores 25% health. See, I kind of like the personality they put into the quotes for the items. An apple a day keeps the doctor away is what that's referencing. Alright, we've got two trainers here. I am Saria. And I am Lara. And together we are the Lethal Twins. How did I feel I was going to go into something like that? That's right, Lara. I'm Saria. That's what I said. No, I. Anyway, prepare for battle, stranger. Who, me? No, they looked at me. Why you? Well, if it was me, then no, you're mistaken. No, what they meant is am I Saria? Lara, they said Lara. I'll beat you both anyway. Ha, we'll see. See, that's kind of charming. They kind of like played on the whole twin thing and the, you know, you'd be like, who's who? And you're like, are you Saria or are you Lara? And then they argue over if you're referring to them and then, yeah, as I said, it's quite charming. This is a Fomu. As in, Fomu, like foam? I'm assuming that's what they're referring to. And then we'll just use Peck on that. Alright, again, down into the orange. That did some good damage. Bubbles. So I wonder if that's a water TemTem. Tenderness to drop my attack, so Peck's not going to do as much, which is fine, because I'm going to go for Swell Voice anyways. Go for that. Shrill Voice. Oh wow, double KO there. So goodbye, and that gets knocked out as well. And no target, because it fails. Level 8, I think. Spagot and Pig Pig Epic, yeah. Alright, so... Oh, that spike pat looks really cool. What is it? It's got a shell on its head and it's holding like a pitchfork. What is it, a duck? Oh, I can't use Shrill Voice. Oh, I'm nearly out of stamina, that's why. I'm going to attack this before the bamboozle pops up. Alright, that goes down. Yeah, it's like a duck with a shell on its head holding a pitchfork. How cute! Alright, a little bit of experience there. Go for Glass Blade. I'm not going to be able to use, because that's going to do a ton of my health because of the overuse of Extanima. That's going to do... Okay, I Peck. Okay, a little bit of damage there. Glass Blade. Takes it out. Okay, I actually quite like the stamina stat. At first I was like, oh, this is going to be a little bit iffy. But now that I've played a little bit more, it's like, I really like this because it really makes you think, like, what moves to use so you don't overuse your stamina. Because then otherwise you're going to start going to your HP or you're going to have to skip your turn if you don't have enough HP to preserve. HP left to do the overexertion of stamina. It's actually adds in another element of strategy. I really like that. Neat. So it's like its own personal little twist on the Pokemon thing, and it works. I will gently say that actually works. It's something you don't see an awful lot in JRPGs either. Like, stamina, I think... There is a couple of games that have it. Obviously, Breath of the Wild has stamina, but for a completely different thing. Come battle and all that, in a turn-based game, I reckon it really works because it adds the extra dimension of difficulty almost. It's in the back of your mind if it's a long, like a short battle, it's just in the back of your mind. But if it's an extended battle, then it all comes down to how well you can preserve your stamina, which means you may have to swap your TemTem as well. I'm not sure if that restores your stamina if you do switch back. Just same way if it heals status and all that. So that's really interesting. I really like that. No way, how did you do it? We need a new strategy. Less Sarah. Like ASAP almost. I think that was the joke there. I was going to say, it looks like we're going to have a couple of trainer battles here. Do you have another BAM? Here you are, but next time bring your own. I keep telling you, Feedy. I know. Always carry plenty of balm when you go hunting. I just forgot, okay? Hey, you there, come fight us. Can I have some balm too? Alright, we got a Pharaoh I did see, and... Oh, what is that octopus? Alright, bring up my TemTem. A Kalazoo. Like calamari. Ah, I like it. It's kind of the same naming style that Pokemon does. Alright, we need to take these out kind of ASAP because my HP's seen way better days. Can I Windblade this? Oh no, that was resisted. I just saw the thing change. Alright, I can actually see, because I was like, I kind of like wish there was a way of knowing like what moves are neutral and resisted and obviously super effective. But I just saw it. I was like, oh, it's subtle, but If you're paying attention... Oh, I just got knocked out. Alright, out comes Pharaoh with like 1 HP. He's gonna have to be fodder. Alright, revive on my sea styles. So that's both neutral. Right, Riz revived. Sea style has been revived. Or my crystal. Hypnosis. Oh no! I've gone for the night-nights. And there, yeah, I wasn't surviving that. Alright, Pharaoh was knocked out. Right, out comes my crystal again. And I can easily just... I'm going to knock out that Kalazoo, because that thing's nasty. And I'm asleep for another turn. Goodbye. No regrets on that one. That was strong. This thing's only more annoying because it's got hypnosis, and that's it. Alright, it's no longer asleep. So it also counted for, like, in-between turns. Okay. So I know when this is ready too, because those things in the back, I just assumed it was just types, but it's actually kind of like a charge-up bar, similar to that of Pokemon Go. For those who play Pokemon Go would know, like, sometimes there's certain Pokemon that have just 1 charge bar. You gotta fill up the entire charge bar to use the charged move. And then there's other ones that have 2 bars. So, a little bit like that, but in this instance, to know when you can actually use it, you need, like, all of the little bars to be coloured. Because before, I think that was just one thing and then the other bar was just darkened out. Okay, now I'm picking up on all the little quirks that this game has for, like, timing and all that. And I must say, I really do like it. It's all subtle, but if you're paying attention, like, it really does show you quite an awful lot. So keep it simple, stupid, really, but it's effective. Bring it on, throw me a bomb, Sal. Bah, get your own. So yeah, a lot of subtle things, but it's still kept simple enough in the UI that it's not overcomplicating the general UI of the battle. It's select the TemTem, and then it'll give you an idea if it's super effective or not, or resistant or neutral. And then, even in the, like, attacks, instead of overcomplicating it and then using up more room to say, alright, you still gotta wait this amount of turns to use this said move, they've incorporated it on the actual move selection itself, so showing the type, but also showing charging time too, which, as I said, Pokemon really needs to go back to this. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep the dialogue simple, keep the UI simple, and then it's not overcomplicated, it's not going to confuse new players or anything like that, and we're all good. Even the dialogue in this game is still somewhat simple. They're not blurting info dumps here and there. They kind of are because I'm selecting to choose it, but if I didn't want to do the info dumps, I can easily just skip that with choosing a certain option, which is what Pokemon bloody needs. Alright, so this looks like a shop or a recov. Oh, it's a box. So this must be the hill. Yeah, it's the Pokemon Center, technically, or the TemTem Center. So yeah, that was kind of cool. It's really quick. It's just put it in there, not a huge... There's no dialogue, it's just straight through recovery. I like that. And there's our box. Again, keeping it simple. 10 boxes. I'm assuming in full version there'll be more boxes because there'll probably be more TemTems. Or probably more ways of earning it. Our squad. Oh, I was meant to hit B, not A. And this will be our mart person. Hey, if it isn't KrimZen, I've never seen you venture this far into without Aina. Anyway, how can I help? We have scent, sweet lavender notes with a warm black peppercorn heart. For some reason, TemTem don't like that. Reduces untamed encounters. It's a repel, Pokeball, potion, and I like too how it's categorized. So you can see straight away if you're looking for capture stuff, here's your capture stuff. You want medicine? Here's your medicine stuff. You want your generals, like your repels, or escape ropes, unless that's something else in this game. It's all categorized. It's lovely. It's it's nice. It's, as I said, it's keeping it simple, so you don't have to scroll through many different menus. Although, if there's more items, you obviously got to scroll down more. But it's simple. It's appealing to the eye. I love it. It's not cramped in. It's not small. Yeah, you get my point. And it also shows you. Oops, I was meant to buy that. It also shows you too, like, quite nicely what the item does. It shows a little bit of an image for it too. I know Pokemon does that too. But the way it's presented to you, it does look a lot nicer. Okay, so that's the mart. I mainly wanted to heal, that was it. So do we still... Okay, we're still technically on a route, so that was like mid-route heal. Well, beat. Let's sit here in the grass for a second. Did you come all the way from Zeta? You must be pretty exhausted. So think about your TemTem going all the way and fighting too. You must watch your TemTem stamina. If it gets too low, they might injure themselves. And what kind of TemTem trainer would you be if you didn't take good care of them? So keep an eye on their stamina. And now I'll show you how to lose some stamina. Oh yeah? I'll show you how to lose some stamina too. Oh, that's Fox. What is it? A scale. That kind of looks cool. It's like... I was going to say, it may be a squirrel mixed in with something else. Alright, so this is both neutral. What about... neutral... neutral things would just be neutral to everything, I'm assuming. I'll go for that. Windblade is neutral to everything too. I'm going to take that out. I feel that might be annoying. Alright, half health. It's quite fast. Scratch. And just misses the kill there. Toxic spores, so I'm going to be poisoned for 3 turns. 2 turns, sorry. I'm going to go for... Glass Blade is... Yeah, I'm pretty no, Nibble I think might be better. I don't think Nibble was. And then Shrill Voice. That didn't do an awful lot of damage to that Kaku, so that thing must have really good special defense. Its defense is going to go up too, so this might be more of a support TemTem. Boom. Down into the red. A little bit of poison damage there, but I do go to level 9. And I learnt Crystal Dust, a miniature version of the Star Rain that is said to have spawned the Archipelago. Damage of 80, stamina of 11, priority of 3. So I think that means... I've got to wait 3 turns before I can use it. So it's not like priority is like it's got more priority. It means I've got to wait, I think, 3 turns to use it. We'll find out very soon. Genki, get ready. Ah! It's so cute! It's like a little fluttery thing. Oh no, it's only straight off the bat. It might... Oh, it might be priority. I'm going to take this out with Peck. Goodbye. Right, this is his last TemTem too. Whoa! That was cool! And it was super effective. Right, no longer poisoned. Alright, that was cool. I haven't learnt the priority things yet, whether it means you add on speed or whatnot. Well done, you see how important it is to conserve stamina. You wouldn't have beaten me otherwise. Smart. No, I just had better TemTem. Alright, so there's an item here. 2 ethers. So basic stamina boosting, popular... Okay, that makes sense. So stamina replaces PP. I really like that. Because PP's annoying. Alright, what TemTem have we got here? Alright, we've got Kaku. Can we run away from battle? Is that something I haven't tested yet? I'm assuming... Yeah, we can. Okay, so you got the chance of, like, maybe 2 attempts to run away, if that's how I'm perceiving it. What's over here? What is that? Is that a scuba diver? A beautiful coral reef here. Like, that's pretty. I really like the details they've done here. It just, the bright, vibrant colours of coral really blend out over on the blues. Kind of like reminiscent of an actual coral reef. It's very nice indeed. And the moss on the what are they called? Not coming to me at the moment. You know what I mean. A fresh new face heading to academia. I see. I'm sure you can use some practice before you get on with your theory classes. I wouldn't mind getting to the academia and there's ending it there, just giving like a good taste of like what the game is. So hopefully that's wouldn't be too far off. We're already an hour into the game. I didn't realize. That was water. I'm just trying to think what was like. I might actually just go for glass blade because that's going to use up half my stamina already. So this is neutral to both. Right, half. And half damage there too. Tenderness to drop my attack. Right, attack drop. Water, oh, this has water blade too. That's annoying. I need to get rid of that now. I wonder if shrill voice would take him out. It does. I really like that side pat. It's just, it's so, oh. I mean, it's cute in its own, oh, it's not our last TemTem. Ah! It's like it's a floating Stunfisk. Oh, okay. I think that's also something we have in Pokemon too. The more difference in levels between your TemTem and those of the less experience you'll gain from the battle, it's better to have a balanced team to increase the experience gain. It's called experience burn in Pokemon, so I'm kind of glad it's here too. Experience will also be lowered against untamed TemTem. The best way to get experience is battling every MC chamber around. Alright, so Pukey. Well, this is the last TemTem, so I'm just going to go all out here without overdoing it. Right, so Crystal Dust, that does a ton of damage there, brings it down to low red, and goodbye. Even the TemTem cries, I still think, are quite adorable too. Like, they all seem to match the TemTem itself. You sure have potential. You are definitely ready for the academia. Alright, so we'll continue on with the trek. We shouldn't be that far off, because normally the first raid isn't normally that long. And plus my TemTem have seen better days too, especially sea styles. No, Germ, sorry. Yeah, no, Germ. You, let's fight now. If you say please, no, straight up, no! I'm not saying please, we just fight. Oh, Genki's back! Oh, 2 Genkis. They're gonna gank me! Alright, so for this one we'll go that. Alright, peck. Little bit of damage there. Good night. Alright, Windblade. Does a little bit of damage. Just missed out on level 10 there. And then go for peck again. Boom. And then finish it off with the Glass Blade. The only thing I can say is I kind of wish they would make the super effective just a little bit more pronounced, because I can't tell the difference between neutral and super effective. There might be like a very minor difference, but I think they need to change it so there is a bit more of a greater difference. Other than I'm just blind, even with my glasses on I can't tell a difference. This has a stamina 17 and damage of 10. Even the softest feathers become a sword if the hand is true. That's a proverb. Nice! That I like. I like it when they include proverbs into games. Defeated, bleh. Well, you didn't say please, so serves you right. Alright, up we go. How far off are we? Oh, is that TemTem in the water there? If that is so cool. I mean, it took Pokemon ages to do that. Ah, you look like a TemTem trainer, but how well do you actually know your TemTem? Do you know that each type of TemTem is effective or weak against a specific type? Of course I knew. For instance, water TemTem, what are they effective against? Oh, fire. Exactly, water beats fire. What about fire TemTem? You'd know them against what sort? Nature! That's correct. Fire beats nature. Water beats fire and so on. Anyway, enough theory. Get ready to rumble. Oh, we got... Oh, is it? Ah! It's what exactly is in the water. It don't look too friendly, though. And level 11. Oh, my lord. Is everyone alive? Just out of curiosity. Thankfully I have a backup. I might need to use crystal dust straight off the bat. Oh my lord, that didn't do a lot of damage. Oh, at least that brought it down to the red. Water Blade is just gonna live that! And I'm gonna raise special defense because of my ability. Whoo! Synergy techniques can be boosted if the partner is a specific type. Oh, so... Is that with water? Sorry, wind. Sorry, not wind. Nature. So when with nature, I get a boost. So I wonder if I have a... I need to look up what my TemTem is. Right, down. Synergy moves. That's cool. I wonder how deep they'll go into that. Like, if all TemTem can learn that, or how advanced they get. I like that too. There's only like a couple of synergy moves in Pokemon. The pledge moves come to mind. And then there's like a couple of abilities that have synergy, plus and minus. I wonder if they'll go that in depth. It's still interesting. I like it when they go into that type of depth with strategy and all that. It really, like, if there is competitive for PvP, then they really need to kind of like make sure that it is as deep as Pokemon to make it interesting and keep people like involved, like invested into the competitive scene. I would imagine there would be PvP. So yeah, there's a couple of things in there, but I'm assuming we'd need a fishing rod. Is there anything down here, like items? Nope. No items. There is a trainer there, but I can't get up there until I get around again. Well, that's a forced battle if I have ever seen one. But they did say to, like, verse NPCs for more experience. Look, Mom, another trainer. A tamer, let's have a battle. I said trainer out of habit. Wait a second, little one. We should introduce ourselves first. Hello, stranger. I am Yito, and this is my daughter, Agape. I'm KrimZen. Hi, KrimZen. Bristled Mer is pretty close. Just go north until you find the gate. Mom, can I play now? Yes, come on, Mum. Let's see if we can defeat KrimZen. Oh, that's mean. I just wanted directions. Now I've got to have a... Okay, I guess it's payment for asking for directions. Oh! It's like a flying Ivysaur. Ah, look how chubby they are! Look how happy they are! Look how bouncy they are! Oh, they're so cute! Saku. They're so cute! See, I can't tell if that's super effective. I'm assuming it is. It just looks a bit more brighter. No, it doesn't. I generally can't tell. I'm gonna go for this. It's neutral at least. At the worst. It's not. It's resistant. But then again, I haven't encountered it yet. So yeah, I wouldn't have the info to know if it's super or not. Alright, now that I've hit it, does that mean I have knowledge on it? Although I just get toxic spored. So it's a bit like toxic spikes. And then goes shrill voice. Right, that's one Saku down. Oh, it's so cute though. Boom. Alright, down into the red, another toxic spores. I was gonna say, don't you dare. Alright, Jam's gonna have one turn of toxic left. I'll have two. Just missing out on that level 11. Boom. Goodbye. Alright, Germ is no longer poisoned. Sea Styles will have 1 turn left. That was fun. You earned some more money. Well, you're very good, KrimZen. KrimZen is a grown-up Agapi. One day you'll be like KrimZen. Really, Mum? I want to be a TemTem tamer. Of course, little one, but first you'll have to eat all your greens to be fit and strong. Alright, there goes my poison. And then Sea Styles needs to be healed. So, admittedly, a 2. And what I was talking about earlier with the seeing a TemTem first and then knowing its weakness and resistance, that is also something that Pokemon has done recently. With all of its showing stats and weaknesses and whatnot. So I will admit is one aspect that I'm kind of glad that they took from Pokemon as well. Alright, I'm going to see if that's super effective. Alright, that's resistant. I like that because I can see straight off the bat it's resistant. It's just straight off red. So visually you can see, oh yeah, no, that's resistant, so don't do that move. Okay, that's neutral. Stare, gonna drop my defense. And then I'll go Glass Blade there, and then Shrill Voice. Right, Farrow down. Oh, sorry, not Farrow down, the other one went down. Alright, that's that wild battle done. And then, oh, I think I see the Academia just ahead. Do I know you? Have we met as, well, that's, as Srillo dude, I don't know. Figures, I never forget a face. Any case, I'm happy to meet new people, especially tamers. Our dojo master told us to go out and try our TemTem against different people. So what do you say to a fight? Sure. Right, Pharaoh and Phallic. Was that Phallic? Oh, it's evolved form. It's like a big rooster. It actually reminds me of something out of Quest 64. That's gonna be a problem. So let's deal with that first. Hopefully this does a lot of damage. Alright, did a little bit. Ah, it's resisted! No! I wouldn't have known either because it's my first encounter with it. Alright, so the Pharaoh's gonna go for defense drop. I'm gonna do that. And then Shrill Voice. Goodbye. Ah, it does a wee... Oh no, I hurt myself. I have like no stamina left. I completely ignored that. That's my fault. And I also lost Sea Styles in the process. I don't have any revives left either. Managing stamina. Using a technique without enough stamina will hurt the TemTem. It won't be able to attack on the next turn. Techniques can be still used even though there's not enough stamina, but using them will require stamina, will overexert the TemTem and will hurt itself in the process. Which, as I said, also after exerting one turn, the TemTem won't be able to use any techniques on the next turn. Forced to rest or swapped. To avoid this, a TemTem can rest during a turn. Resting will restore a large portion of stamina in addition to the base stamina restored in each turn. So Jam won't be able to attack. I'm pretty sure I don't have... I don't think. Alright, so that's recent. Capture and then medicine. So yeah, I can't do anything. I'm going to have to rest. Alright, a little bit of damage there with Peck. Hypnosis. Don't do Germ, please. Okay, went for my Pharaoh. Right, that gives me a little bit of stamina back. Go Shrill. Right, that knocked that out. I think I just managed... Oh no, I didn't have enough. Just missed out. Alright, Pharaoh grows level 4. halfway to level 5 too. That was some fight, thanks. Cool. Alright, so... There's the professor. Do we have like one more train? I hope not. I was going to say that'd be a kick in the nuts if it is. Huh, what took you so long? So if you want to catch the airship, I have to rush to Orissa's right now. Otherwise I'll have to wait for the narwhal. And I hear it needs extensive repairs. Don't worry, Professor. I understand. Go then, my friend. I'll take care of the kids. Thank you so much, Sophia. I owe you one. Drinks are on me next time you come to Albury. Haha. I shall hold you to your word, Professor, but I see your youngest disciple has arrived. Right on time, KrimZen. Kids, let me introduce my good friend, Sophia. She's the dojo master of Risola. Hi, kids. How are you? I'll be giving you a little tour of Bristled Mer before I drop you off at the Academia. Kids, this is where we part. My airship sails in an hour, so I have to rush. I'll leave you in capable hands of Sophia. Aw, get out of here, Konstantinos. You'll miss your flight. Very well, follow me, friends. The little shop here is, oh my god, Louis Souvenirs. It stocks all kinds of knickknacks for tourists. It's a good place to get your first Tem Essence feel. No apprentice should go without one, so save up and get it as soon as you can afford it. Okay, this way now. So, I think we're going to the dojo now. Indigo Lake, always so peaceful. Some days, when the Cirillo River is too crowded, I come here to surf a bit and train my water TemTem. Oh no, this is kind of like in Cherry Grove, where you get the exploration of the entire town there, then you get the map at the end of it from the old bloke. And this big building here is your academia. It's managed by associate teachers from my dojo. That's where I'm going, to the dojo. One day, Max, when you're ready. For now, all new apprentices come here to learn the basics. Once you're properly trained, you might join my dojo in Orisola. No buts. Oh, but... And this way is to the Temporium. So this is our local Temporium. There's one of these in every major town. It's where we tamers come to heal our TemTem and buy TemTem stuff. They have all you'll ever need and more, so it's always a good idea to pay them a visit as soon as you arrive in a new town, okay? Any more? That way is to Thalassian Cliffs and the road up to Orisola. It can be dangerous, so never go that way without an adult. We are adults! And the docks are that way. I could spend hours just sitting there, feet in the water, watching the pan sun turn the Scylla River into gold and fire and pastel pinks. And that's it. That's our little Bristled Mer. I hope you'll make lots of friends and enjoy your stay. Your classes are starting now, kids, and if I don't get back to the dojo... Oh, sorry, I had to go back to the dojo. If you're ever in Asola, drop by the dojo and say hi, okay? Very well then, have a great day. You heard her, KrimZen. I bet I can blaze through Academia faster than you. Like she said, come visit me at the dojo one day, loser. Alright, so this is the next town, Peaceful Fishing Village. And I think the best place to end off... Oh, using the Tem deck. There is 10 deck... So each time you capture a new TemTem and it doesn't fit in your squad, it will be sent to the Tem deck. The Tem deck will hold your TemTem in boxes. You can move TemTem around between boxes to and from your squad. You can also mark each TemTem to keep them further organised. Neat. So yeah, it's very similar to that of... Oh! That's another player. I can't interact with them. That's cool. I think that's another player. So I wonder if that comes up with me. For them, it says KrimZen for me. For them. Anyway, so I'm going to heal up my TemTem. I just love how quick it is too. You just click the machine and it's all done. No text, no BS. And just for the sake of it, what can we buy here? And buy Scent Revives. That's nice. Awakenings, basically, from Pokemon. Ether's Antidote. You can buy Ethers! Yes! Ah! I can buy Ethers! I don't need leopard berries! They're probably the equivalent of, like, leopard berries anyway, but it's just like, can't Pokemon do that where we can buy Ethers? I can't even remember if Sword and Shield did that. Balms. So yeah, decent shop. Like, we have access to quite a lot of things, including revives already. I mean, for a decent amount, but yeah, that's still quite nice. Anyways, I think this is going to be the perfect time to end it off. So far, I really like TemTem. I feel like what they've done to even just have their own, unique flow and twist on the whole Pokemon-like genre. I don't know why it's called Pokemon-like genre. It's the same thing with like Dark Souls-like thing. I don't understand it. It's an entire genre. Please don't null it down into like one particular game. But anyways, I like what they've done. The Stanima is a huge thing I love. It's replaced PP, which is a pain in the bum. Let's face it, PP is annoying. But it does add in as like not something that makes you use unlimited moves. It also adds into like if you overexert your Stanima, you get hurt. That I really like. There's just a huge potential for like huge amount of strategies based around that. Having to switch your Pokemon and Digimon at the same time. Switch your TemTem out, which means switching is now more of a viable strategy thing. And synergy moves, I guess there is synergy things in Pokemon as well. I won't ignore that, but it is an interesting little twist. And they make that clear that there's synergy things, whereas Pokemon, it's just like if you're casual, you're not going to really know if something's a synergy move. Using things like... Is it not parabolic charge, is it? There's an ability, a move that works with an ability, that type of synergy. And then pledge moves, as I said, are probably like the only synergy move I can really think of from Pokemon as an example to take from there. But now that I think about it, there is, outside of like mixing it up with abilities, there isn't technically a whole lot of them. I mean, you can do synergies, like using Helping Hand in double battles to do, I guess, synergy might be an example, maybe from Pokemon, but I quite like what they've done in TemTem a bit more. It states it. It's simple to understand. Just have a certain attribute for Diamond Dust, I think it was called, or Crystal Dust, whatever it was called, and you get a power boost. It's simple to understand, meaning a beginner or casual that's new to the game can just look at it and be like, okay, I'll just have this and I get a power boost. Simple. As I said, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid, which is exactly what TemTem I think has done, and it's done quite well. It's not simplified down badly, so everything is just another mess that you don't understand things and need more information. And it's not overcomplicated, where it's just like, I can't understand it, it's just I need more time to understand or just take it in. It's just enough where it's simple enough, not overcomplicated enough, and you still understand, and this person's running around me like a madman. I don't know if they're trying to interact with me or what. I can't interact with them either. Maybe that'll be a thing for certain areas, or that'll be a thing in the actual later builds of this game. As I said, it is alpha. So far, I really do like it. My main complaint obviously was like, either I just didn't pick it up on it, or what, but I kind of wish they did make this super effective thing a little bit more noticeable, because I never saw it pop up giving me like the signal that something was super effective. It was just, I did it, and after I knew. Frame rate wise, I was expecting Alpha to have a bit of frame rate issues. I got proven wrong. It ran stable the entire time. Graphics look nice. It does generally look like a really nice game. If anything, the visuals may be a little bit better than Sword and Shield. Oh man, it's the only problem with Sword and Shield, it looks like a glorified 3DS game, so I don't know if I should be taking digs there, but it does generally look nice. Everything runs quick. Obviously in the later builds they'll have text speed at fast, but even at normal it still runs at a decent speed. I can't complain at the text speed at the moment. Knowing that there could potentially be a faster speed is nice to know too, because it's just bang, 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 bang. It keeps the flow, keeps the pace nice, because a lot of people don't like to be bogged down with a lot of text. Yeah, at the moment, for first impressions, this seems to be a good looking game, and I hope that I get another chance to review like later builds of this before the final release. If not, then I'll definitely be doing a final release first impression of TemTem, and then, going ahead a little bit and showing off what the final build is, or I don't know, but I definitely will find myself coming back to this game, I reckon. I like it. I definitely do, and I definitely look forward to hearing what you guys think in the comment section below. If you are familiar with TemTem, whether it be through the Kickstarter and all that, I look forward to hearing what you guys think of the alpha build if you haven't already had access to it, or what you guys think, or you can give me like extra info on the game or whatnot. As I said, this is my first pure experience with this game, and I definitely enjoy it, and I regret now not doing the full 72 hours. Oh man. So anyways, that's gonna be it. I think I've said everything that I've had to say. I generally do enjoy it. It's a great experience so far. Definitely looking forward to future builds. If I do get invited into them, of course. So yeah, I'll finish it off by saying one final thank you to Humble Bundle for allowing me to have a free Steam code to actually play this alpha build. I truly appreciate it now, considering how much fun I've had. And I said I do regret not taking advantage of the full 72 hours. So after this, my save file will be erased, unfortunately. But who knows, they could completely strip what we've just played and completely replace it with something else. And to everyone else who's watched so far into this and enjoyed it, thank you so much. And until next time, this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, and make sure you people stay beautiful. Ciao!